Rolling.
Welcome, guys. Today we have a guest.
Why are we rolling?
Today we
Jina
have a
kubwa.
guest.
What?
Why are we rolling?
Why are we rolling?
Hiyo ni introduction yetu.
Sisi ni mataya.
Hiyo ni introduction
Okay, ni
yetu.
sawa.
Hivyo ndio vile si
Sawa.
ilianza tu by the car
Ilianza.
joke. Na ikakuwa sasa hiyo ndio brand yetu.
Tulifanyia Wajakoya campaign. Rolling.
Nyam kufanya Wajakoya poa. Kwanza ulikuwa mtu wa
Wajakoya.
Wajakoya.
Unapoteza media.
Anyway, guys, welcome to today's session. We have a guest. Huyu hata sisi sahii tunasikia tu nikaa tuko heaven.
Chocha hiyo story brother. Chocha hiyo kitu.
Soon in your screens mtajua ni nani.
Haya.
The one time I allow anyone to chocha me in my life.
Mi
So
ngoja.
chocha.
Next year ndakuwa nasema simuliona na ule kwa ile video. Simuliona. Ndio huyu.
Hivyo ndo ulinishtua by the way. Ukiniambia.
Aje?
Alikuwa ananiambia kukuhusu.
Serious?
Niko like walai.
After the conversation,
Hey.
he didn't know you.
Oh,
Mimi nilikuwa
wewe
blank.
kwenda huko bwana. Jua watu basi.
My bad.
But ni sawa.
Introduce.
Sasa wewe ndio unafaa kuintroduce guest. Ni nini mbaya?
Tumekupea
Okay,
props.
here our guest today is Brian Kimashia.
Ati Brian.
As you can see, I don't see Brian. Kwa nini sijui kwa ni Brian imetoka
Ian.
wapi? Ian.
Ian Kimani.
Papa Billion
Papa Billions.
himself.
Mhm.
Anyway, mimi naitwa Hendrick. Akinisikia watu wakiniita Hendricks by the way.
Hendrick.
Hendricks ni sijui ni acha tu nisiongee
Acha
vibaya.
nichague Hendrick.
Tuko na serikali mpya tunaongea vizuri sasa. I'm Hendrick, I'm a producer, engineer, musician. I keeping it simple like that, yeah.
Yeah. Tuseme tuendelee.
Wewe
Hiyo
endelea kama unataka
tusiongelee.
ni wewe kusema. Ni
Anyway.
wewe kusema.
Hendrick is my lecturer as well.
Apparently.
Mpe flower yake moja.
Is my lecturer. Umesikia mangoma zake mingi.
Namjui.
Akitukubalisha kuweka ngoma yake kwa hii nini tutaweka ama tutafanya kama zile introduction za TV zile yenye mapictures na tunachukua picha zako za IG tutupe
Smack.
hapo.
Acha niende let me clear my IG kwanza. Na picha za aibu pale bwana.
Anyway, yeah, he's our guest today. Luckily, we share the same thoughts on a certain topic that we are going to discuss today.
Mhm.
And yeah, so we are going to dive into it. because
Society
of-
based. Mhm.
Yeah, it's a topic that is really sensitive in the society. But also, if we don't say it, tutasikia ni kama we are holding tuna keep information because you guys need it, especially the men, the young men. Sisi ni Gen Z. We you consider yourself Gen Z ama any?
I have been told I'm 50 at heart, so I don't even know anymore, man.
We ni
I
Gen
don't
Z.
Yeah,
Millennials na Gen Z.
Millennials.
What's the difference?
Gen Z ni before millennials.
No,
No.
Gen Z ni after millennials.
Mi niko side ya millennials, man.
I think so too.
I think Gen Z ni from 2000 going on.
Yeah, basically the end of last century into this one,
I experienced both.
which is
we.
nice.
2000. Z. 2K
Wewe ni watuke.
apparently.
Mungu ni mwema.
Si ndo tulianzisha tu Gen Z.
Yeah,
Tulizaliwa
yeah.
kwanza mimi ni wa January. Ilikuwa siku kidogo tu tukue millennial,
Yeah.
but apparently. So yeah, so the topic of the day, today we are going to discuss the famous people that you know. Akina
Andrew
Tate,
Tate.
akina Andrew Kibe, akina there are those guys. Hao wenye mnachukia, you love and hate at the same time, you know. And yeah, so Hendrick is going to give us his views. Atuelimishe, atuambie what to expect in the future,
Akia nani.
you know, how we should carry ourselves and how we should embrace this story. And yeah. So
It's a big
cha nianze
ask,
tu niulize swali moja. Hii swali inaweza enda anyhow.
Akia nani.
So what's your take, Mr. Hendrick, on this whole story that kina Andrew Tate and kina Andrew Kibe are talking about?
What are they talking about? For those who may not know.
About men being
Weak.
puny,
Hata so pure ni men
men
being
being
weak.
weak.
Yeah.
And we're being weaker.
Yeah, and we continue being weaker and weaker with time.
Mm.
And of course, the traditional man and how the traditional man should carry himself and
Yeah.
such.
Well, I agree with them. That's thing number one. Especially, it's one thing I can throw all the stats I can in my life, man. I can throw all the stats. The best form of evidence I have is myself. Yeah, I was up uni, dude. I look back and I'm like, what the heck was I thinking?
Wish I met you early.
I'm glad you've not met me early. Ingekuwa aibu bwana. Gangster points zinashika zote. No, but like seriously though. I think they would summarize it like this. Men are currently being encouraged, and I would even say manipulated into being more feminine.
I agree.
And and this is how I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
When a man acts feminine, they're being weak. When a woman acts masculine, she's being weak. Simply put. When you ask me who an alpha female is, there's an argument to make for an alpha female being a masculine woman. But I would say an alpha female is a woman who exhibits the highest form of feminine characteristics. Do not think of an alpha female as a masculine woman. A masculine woman is a masculine woman. Point blank. But yeah, now with the way history has been rolling, men have we found ourselves in an era where we are being encouraged to be more feminine, for lack of a better word. And to be feminine in a masculine context is to be weak. Right? That's why I was very careful in saying to be masculine in a feminine context is also weakness. Who's not try? Right? That's not your strength.
Can I throw something? Sorry to cut you short.
It's cool.
So, do you guys think crying and everything and being emotional for a man currently in 2022? Because we've been advised. I don't know, on Twitter everywhere, hashtag mental health,
Yeah.
do this. Kuna time mi nilikuwa sana nafikiria na initwangaje first world country, ukifikiria hivyo westernization. Sasa mimi wacha kuwa puny, being weak, thinking westernization. So nilikuwa nadhani westernization as in technology ni advantage. But sasa nikijiangalia manze, hiyo kitu ilikuwa inanipoteza. Nikiwatch Dora the Explorer alafu nifikirie sasa much never ever. Hizi shows tu za Netflix zenye nilikuwa napenda. Sasa nikiziangalia niko like manze, kitu anaeka ni different na society. Yani unajua ushaambiwa fuata hii njia, ni kama nikuambie uwa msee utapata do. Unaona? Lakini ukiwa msee utaenda jela. Unaona?
Yeah.
So kuna njia yenye hawataki tuone. So what do you think it's okay? Crying, being emotional, kuambia as in opening up to a lady. Unaweza chill na manzi yako umwambie, manze, ni hivi. Yes you can, but being emotional. Kenye tu unafikiria.
My goodness. Nimekuwa nikidili na hii kitu for the past several months, like trying to figure it out. So far, mali nimestand na hii story. There's a time and place for everything. When a man cries because he's lost a relative, a parent, someone really close to them, I will not fault them for that.
Exactly.
That is very acceptable. But the minute you start dealing with the other gender, of which there are two, by the way, it doesn't get any crap. When you start dealing with the other gender, you always, one form or another, have to operate from a point of strength. Even if you're being vulnerable, you have to be very careful in how you're doing it. Right? Yeah, women will tell you, I want you to be vulnerable, but you press on. I've done that myself. I'll be like, but not too much. Don't cry. Right? Don't cry. Don't do that. You can be, there's a way us guys, we can be vulnerable with each other, and there are no tears. Half of the time it's cold logic. Fine, you can mention how you're feeling here and there, but us, the way we are built naturally is to hit life with logic and, because from a very early age, we learn that reality is a thing.
Yeah.
And you start behaving as if reality doesn't exist and you just get lost. It just comes and just smacks you. Dogo unajipata huko. So for me, I would say, fine, try and strike a balance. I'm not saying that you don't find a way of being vulnerable. Okay? Just for the... women are complex creatures and simple at the same time. Find a way how you can balance being vulnerable without it looking like you're coming from a point of weakness. Right? So like, for example, let me just give an example. If I'm sharing with my significant other about the issues of life that I'm going through, I will share them, but I will also share, this is what I think I should do about it. Now that puts me in a position of, I am not lost. I am not looking for my way. It was a problem, but I'm championing above it. That gives you, women like guys who get into problems and somehow find their way out of it and just, continue life, deal with the issue and move on. That's how I personally do it.
Why I ask that is because I have someone who I keep thinking about every time I'm thinking about this content and Red Pill na kina Andrew Kibe and everything.
Yeah.
And nilikuwa na advice. You see, when you're having issues, because akona issues, nilikuwa tu nimechill na yeye. And most times akileta issues, anapigia dem, anapigia sijui na auntie, anapigia sijui nani. So, mi nashangaa, mbona umse every time akifanya kitu anawapigia. So, nikakam kwa conclusion. Ukichilingi na wanaume hadi if you go to a barber shop, sahi nianze kuambia, manze Hendrick, manze rent yangu manze nimefungiwa keja. Unajua, the minute nitaanza kuongea, kuna place utani correct if I'm wrong. Utaniambia, mse wewe ulikuwa unapiga sherehe, hata wewe uko na mchezo. Yeah. But kitu nilinotice, ukienda kwa women, kama unasikia sad, ama tuseme Ian amenikasirisha, then you go to them. They only give you a reaction of the emotion that you bring to them. So you are like, manze niko broke, as in mse alini disrespect, ako like, hadi ile siku alini disrespect. Ulionanga ile siku venye alikuongelesha hadi mimi sikupenda. Na ukienda happy, atakupikia, you'll get laid. Emotion atakufanya ufeel happy. As in ukileta, hakunanga solution kwa conversation.
Inakuanga
hakuna solution. Ni energy umeleta ndo ina multiply hiyo, unani get. Ukienda ukikuwa as in say ukipata promotion uende umwambie, atakusupport, atakufanya you feel the luckiest man in the world. And if you lose that job, she'll make you feel the vice versa. Unaona, hakunanga solution. That's what I was thinking.
Umsa amepitia vitu watu. Tingisha M-Pesa yake so that he feels. Yeah, this guy has gone through stuff in this life. Yeah, but yeah, spot on. How can I put this? Kai, your story, like when you're kenda kumit na maboys wako, make sure us guys we work from a point of reality half of the time. I like the way Rollo puts it. Asemanga in one of his books, I do not remember which one. Women operate from this idealistic world, right? They live in a world that is mentally they live in a world, they exist in a world that is very different from what is real. And it is rare that you will find a woman who acknowledges reality while they are battling their nature. I have come across women like that, and I'm telling you, if you ever find yourself a woman who is like that, pita na ye very fast, very quick. Yeah? You will have the easiest time of your life. But for the most part, women exist in their own cocoon. That's why they will not give you solution-based, you won't have solution-based conversations with most of them. It will be a matter of discussing how you're feeling at the moment, how you can get you to feel better, how we can get your mind to exist in this nice cocoon, and then it's an emotional high, and then next thing you know, you're back to reality. When you go to dudes, when you go to guys, they will tell you things as they are. Fine, we are sorry, dude, this and this happened, but why didn't you do A, B, C, D, F, G? Very realistic. Yeah. So like when I get an opportunity to even tell girls, but they Rollo is right, you cannot red pill a woman. Never try it. But when you can, to give direction, I usually tell them, please live in reality. once in a while, slap yourself with reality and stop existing in this world that you're in. And then they start actually... It's like this Chile who self-deleted herself the other day. Do you know that story?
Mwenye alikuwa anataka kujiongezea
Nini?
buttocks.
Wachana na huyo. Kuna mwingine alijidelete.
Delete as in...
I don't want to say the S word.
Oh.
Okay.
Alijinyongloz. Actually, it was assisted. They call it assisted suicide, right? She tried to live as a man for 18 months. Back in 2006. So she's this 5'11" chick. She looks very butch, like a guy. So she decided, I'm going to try and live as a man for the next 2 years or so. Makeup artist, voice coach, yonge ka boy. Va sports bra ka tatu ndio teremshe chest. Ku dress ka boy, nakaa kama mwanaume. She lived for 18 months in that reality, and her conclusions were that men have it really hard, and that half of the time women have no idea what men are going through. That we live in a far different reality than they do. She couldn't finish the 2 years. She started hating women at the end of those 18 months. She got so depressed, she self-deleted because of that experience. Assisted. Kasema ni kunoma. Wezi ishi hivi? And right now it was trending 1 week ago. Many YouTube content creators were talking about it. And they were like, yeah, women, here is your evidence. She's lesbian. By the way, she was lesbian. So she tries to go and hit on chicks. They turn her down immediately. She's like, what the heck? No, jaribu by the way. Jaribu kuambia dema kukatie.
Hawezi.
Mwambie niingize box. Hataweza. Like hawajuangi hiyo pressure ya kutembea from one corner of the room to approach them. Knowing fully well that 90% of the time you can be rejected.
And how you take rejection.
That's what we mean what I mean when I say they live in their own world. They do not know what it takes.
I think it's easy though.
Yeah.
Getting a lady for 2022, I think it's being one of the most expensive thing. Na wali kiendelea. Only people watu wanajua tu ndo wanajua.
Watu ndo wanajua.
But I think also ladies hawajaanza ku notice that as time moves by, they're starting to accept that the only thing they can offer is punani. Like unajua wengi ukiwaambia hivyo wanajam wanaona what are you saying? But if you take them through time and you tell them, okay, all this, what have you brought ya maana? Like what is our exchange? You know, and you'll come to realize that that's the only thing that they're like, all this time I've been giving this guy this so that I can get this and this and this and this and this and this
attention.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like I think guys should make peace with. Interactions with the female gender are always in transactional.
Exactly.
That was one of the hardest things I had to come and make peace with, because again, it comes back to that weakness thing we were talking about.
Exactly.
And us being made weak and not living in reality. Is that you have this fantasy in your mind that, hey, Mazi, the way I will love a woman is the same way she will love me back. No. There's stuff you bring to the table and there's stuff they bring to the table, but 90% of the time you will bring a lot more to the table. Right? Because
society.
Patrice O'Neill said it like this. You know Patrice O'Neill? Oh my God, you guys you cannot exist in the red pill world if you do not know who Patrice O'Neill is. He's a comedian. You know Bill Burr?
Who?
Bill Burr. Oh my God, that's another
Corey Wayne.
He is the other side of the coin to Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
He doesn't care about what he says, and he will not be politically correct for anyone. Anyway, Patrice, he said, the only person who can love you unconditionally is your mother.
Period.
Everyone else, every other woman on this planet will love you for what you can give her. Simple.
It's a sad reality. Is it a sad reality or is it just the reality?
It is the reality.
Reality hiyo stuff, penye inatoka. as in why women cannot love you, they love you conditionally. Female nature.
Yeah.
Because female nature ilitoka from mother nature. I told you about your conversation ama because unajua mother nature ilitengenezwa, that's why ukiamka ukitembea 2 minutes ukiona dem, what you're thinking about is so unajua tu as a man hiyo kitu ili happen, so imetengenezwa ndo because we are supposed to feel the earth, reproduce. So female nature imeletwa ndio jeans za ule bama ule mselezi, jeans zake siweze kutokea, so women wanaekwa hypergamous. As in unajua female nature ni do what's best for you, hatujali kuhusu huo mse. So if you're the best, if you're the smartest right now, atenda na smartest. If you're the richest, na hypergamy so only money based. Ni mtu confident kukushinda, akili
So
ina
it's
change.
always
So ni
who has
conditional.
the
As in,
better-
fuck sorry to curse. Fuck what the other fuck your feelings. It's all about what's best for me. So ndo inaletwa ndo mother nature na female nature. So mwanaume kwa hiyo tutakuwa creative and that's why tuna innovate vitu. Hiyo sasa ndo
So you become
civilization.
the best
Hiyo ndo
so that
inakuwa
you can have now.
civilization. Juu mse anatengeneza ndege, watu wanashindana, kuna competition, then kuna female nature.
Yeah.
But niko na swali. Do you think in this world as a man you can be called successful without material wealth?
Yeah.
It's hard though.
Without material wealth, as in
'Cause think
hauna
ab-
nyumba, hauna gari,
Think about it.
hauna anything.
Hiyo of course utaprove.
But unaweza kuwa intelligently wealthy
That's okay.
at the same
It
time.
starts from
There's,
there.
I'm okay. I would like to say I'm religious, so to speak. I don't like saying I am religious, but it is what it is. There's a verse in the Bible that says there's this poor man, there's this guy, very wise, went to a king. There was this whole situation that was happening. I don't want to go into the details really. It's a proverb. And because he was wise, he saved the city. But no one remembered him because he was poor.
Makes sense. You have nothing to prove.
Right?
But
He was
saved the
wise.
city.
He said yes. But no one remembered him. No one
Because he was
gave a damn about him because he was poor. The reason is this. Women are social creatures. Anything that looks and feels to them like social currency is what they will put up atop.
The top.
And wealth and those things, of course,
Happen to be.
happen to be things that they consider high up in the social currency of things. Therefore, if you're not materially wealthy, of course, intelligence comes. Because if you are wealthy, it means that you're intelligent. How did you make the money? And hata watu wanafanya wash, they're smart.
They're smart.
Yeah.
To make that money.
I mean, that's the dark triad traits that these red pill people keep talking about. The same traits you'll find in the successful good guy is the same traits you'll find in a villain. Right? That's why the girls love the bad boy, because it's the same traits in both. But back to the point, yes, if you cannot be successful, if you cannot be tangibly successful, the way women view and perceive success, forget about it.
You're basically a nothing.
You're basically a nothing. It's like that wise dude saved the city, but no one cared about him because he wasn't.
Even with the men. So you think about
Even guys.
but you see
kuna
with
anko
guys-
yako anakuanga smart.
But you can get respect for being
That's
being intelligently wealthy without material wealth.
for yeah.
But it depends
In the
with
masculine world.
in the masculine world you'll be, but it
ni
depends.
kama for example uende gym unule msee ameunga lakini huyo msee amekuja gym akitembea na wewe umekuja na gari so utampatia heshima.
Yeah.
Basically, but unajua money, as in money, nilikwambia pesa ni passport. As much as we try to show nini, kuna place utaingia wase hata unajua kuna content umebeba sahi na kuna msee ukimwambia hiyo content hata kusikia ataenda search YouTube asikie hiyo content ako like wa ana cheesy, akisikia Andrew Tate ana cheesy na umekuwa ukimwambia the same thing because
Pesa
pesa
akiona like akiweza kuiona like
hata budako tuseme kaa uko na siste msee akikuja kwani wasi wenye walikuwa nakataliwa juu msee anakaa ana ng'ombe ana kitu amesoma masters anaambiwa mtoi wetu amesoma mpaka form 4. It happens as in kosa pesa uende kwa nyumba ya demu uone venye utatritiwa.
so story ya wealth ni African ama ni Western?
It's the entire world.
That's the entire world.
Female nature is female nature,
Female
regardless
nature
of where
is
you go.
female
Tulikuwa tuna discuss sometime recently with some other lady, you were discussing about polygamy.
Okay.
And me and him, of course, we accepted like polygamy.
Yeah.
But tulikuja tukakaa tukafikiria, okay, but you see now in this day and age, there's nothing like polygamy. It is you're cheating. You had to cheat so that you can have your second wife. As in, cheating has to be involved. Like you can't just have 2 girlfriends or 2 wives and live, you know, without being considered like a player or a cheater. No, Naji.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Okay, from the perspective of what hypergamy is and how I've understood it so far, the only time a woman will want to share you with another woman is if you're worth it.
Exactly.
Plainly put. If you're those hyper successful men, that's why they have the capability. Unaleta ujinga, unadhani wewe peke yako ndio kwa rosta yangu?
Yeah.
Kwenda kuna
Hata
kadhaa.
yeye anajua.
Hata yeye anajua. Right?
Muslims, they were wealthy.
Exactly. That's why Muslims can easily do polygamy, because part of that polygamy system is that you need to be able to take care of all the men.
Exactly.
You don't just get to be polygamous
Without having
the
wealth,
capacity.
the muscle to be able to sustain it. Yeah. So in that case, polygamy would work. There would be an argument against polygamy, though.
So ni tricky. In
Ni
this
tricky.
day and age,
In this day and age, there's an
Every
argument
fanya
for
kisirisiri.
everything.
For even
For
marriage.
and against. Even marriage, there's an argument
Argument.
for it. For monogamy. I can make a serious argument for monogamy. Let me do it. Let me make a serious argument for polygamy. Yeah. You get the ability to have quantity. I don't know whether it will result in quality, but that's for you to decide.
you'll get quality if you have the best of the best.
No, you
No, I'm
get
saying like
quality with one
by
woman.
quantity I mean you get many women.
Women,
Okay.
but
Yeah?
I prefer quality right now.
You get many women. Cool. There's male nature, I mean, you know, who doesn't want to have many chicks, right? That variety, our testosterone just loves it. But the amount of headaches you can get from having several women, being
worth
co-girlfriends, co-wives, co-whatever, it's sometimes just not worth it.
And different personalities.
Yeah, because each one of them is clamoring for your attention. Each one of them wants to be considered the best woman. Therefore, you get jealousy. Women, they are each other's worst critics. They will say that us dudes, the patriarchy, no. That's a load of crap. Women put each other down more than any man will ever put any woman down. The reason why the world is the way it is because men have decided to make it that way to take care of the vulnerable, which is the women and the kids. We do it for the women and the kids. Right?
Of course.
But for them, they don't give a damn about that when it's in intrasexual dynamics. That is, dynamics between people of the same sex. Women to women. They will bring each other down. So, sijui wengine wanajaribu kuana, wengine they compete how many kids who can get, because fertility is this thing we prize as men. Who will look younger than the other one? Who will make I'd rather live with one woman. I mean, even in the Bible it says, again, I do not know why people don't read the Bible and take it seriously. It is better to live alone than to live under a roof with a woman who is as noisy as the rain on a mabati. A noisy woman.
Hiyo ni word. Hiyo zin.
Right?
Umeangusha punch.
It's better to be alone. Now,
Mr. Director.
exactly. That's one woman. You want to have 4. Better be prepared on how you're going to handle that. On the flip side now, on monogamy, the downside to that in terms of, want to call it evolution or whatnot, yeah, in terms of that, is that you get to propagate as much genes of yourself as possible, right? With polygamy. With monogamy, you only have one avenue to do that. But the beautiful thing about it is that you're in control of everything. And if you decide to be like now proper alpha, it's very easy to manage, right? It's very easy to manage it that way. Pretty much it.
So as we conclude,
Yeah.
just finish what you say.
So I mean, monogamy, there can be things that you can argue for it. I mean, there's the whole that is, and if you find the right person, that is there's a form of security there. There's a form of being sure that but hey, most of it is squeezy, man. Huwezi kuwa sure unless you marry a virgin. Like that. Yeah, you can be sure that things are okay if you do everything right. Again, the burden of performance will still fall on you.
Actually.
Anyway, to bring it back to how we started, the place of these men that we are talking about, kina Andrew Tate, kina Kibe, kina whatnot. Personally, nimefika ile place that yes, I will listen to them, but with a big grain of salt.
Okay.
Humongous grain of salt. Even Rollo himself, godfather of the Red Pill.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he'll say crappy things. Like factually, you're like, nah, they don't make sense. Right?
I keep telling this guy sometimes.
There are some things that they will say.
Sinakwambianga
Chomea mtu bwana.
kuhusu ule mtu wetu. Because ndakuintroduce kwa mse is the only person anakwambianga
who
point.
actually makes sense.
Because me, I think, as much as people are red pill and everything, if you get this woman who respects you, she's submissive, na ana so mjuaji, I'm telling you right now, utasahau your content yote. Because that's on in Gen Z problem ni you can't men don't know how to make a woman respect you. Because unajua ukiwa na wasichana wana kurespect even as friends, life is easy.
Yeah, too easy.
Life is but ukipata kurespect hivi hectic. I met one na kukumbushanga masculine. Hadi nilikuwa like we masculine aziniyo energy hadi aibambang sijui mbona as in for a lady uingie your path. Just play a role.
And to undo that it takes a lot of work, but it's possible. But that's where Red Pill comes in. Yeah, it really, you have the like you start doing. I mean, I would like to put it like this: if you're gonna get into the Red Pill world, do it in such a way it becomes second nature. Because even if you do find a woman who respects you, the moments in your interaction with her that you will find yourself relying so heavily on Red Pill content to make decisions.
It's true.
Yeah. So that's nothing you can just put on the side. Hata kama ukipata yule demo mwenye ako right.
Inakuwa ni personality yake.
But unajua Red Pill iko kila mahali. If you right now ukitaka kuwa rich, as in tulikuwa tunasema nini inakonga kila mahali. Nika laws of power. Actually if you read the 48 laws of power with the Red Pill content sahi, kila kitu ina reflect.
Yeah.
Because manipulation, everything, how to talk, nini
that's all Red Pill.
Actually.
Yeah.
So Red Pill is basically the new traditional world. Kind of makes sense.
It's just people we had forgotten. It's just a nice reminder. Well, no, I don't think it's nice. There's something called Red Pill.
It's a hard truth.
It's a hard truth.
It's a bitter truth.
It's a bitter truth. So yeah, these guys, they exist for a reason. People should consume their content. Yeah, but madema hatawai accept. Yeah, as I mentioned, they live in their own world. So Andrew Tate and Andrew Kibe are the villains of the villains. They're only grandfather wa shetani. So they will not. Yeah, I've had conversations with girls and they talk about Andrew Tate, talk about Andrew Kibe, and then I just ask them this one question. But have you really taken your time to understand what these people are really saying?
Exactly.
Just that simple. And that's how I see Rollo Tomasi work. When he's alone and is doing his content, he'll talk crap. When he's talking with women, he tends to be a bit more diplomatic.
You need to.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to. So I ask them, cool, the points you're making are nice, they're interesting, cute, very cute. Have you taken your time to actually digest what these people are saying? And then I smack them with realities from their own lives. Say, by the way, you do this. This is female nature right here. And why do you do this? Alafu naona demo hapo anaanza kucheka koza anajua kwa nini anajua ni female nature yake na mdrive kufanya hizo vitu. I can tell you of examples nakwambia. Dem, kuna picha fulani ulipost ile day. Kwa nini ulipost hiyo picha? Anajibu.
Anaona ni kama unaanza kumuingilia.
Bas. Alafu namwambia reason. By the way, is there a part of you really, and if you're going to be honest with me, that doesn't want attention? And they just keep quiet. And I'm like, yeah, that's female nature right there. Even those, there are women who will tell you, by the way, I don't like other women. Women are just shitty. But then I'll tell them, yeah, but don't you see some of that stuff you do yourself?
Exactly.
I tell her, you just be very careful how you speak about other women because you are one. Even the masculine woman, Kianani, I guarantee in the right context, you'll be very feminine. Because it always catches up with them. And so that's why, like, these, and yeah, fine. There's a lot of smack about them. It's the nature of the social world. You do something bad, negative stuff amplified to infinity and back. The good stuff rarely gets recognized. The wise man. Keep that one in mind. You will do all the good in your world, but appreciation is low. But yeah,
acha mimi ni sawa.
Yeah.
Pesa.
Tafuta pesa lakini pia hapa ujijenge.
Pia hapo ujijenge,
So these
basically.
people are they are crucial, and I would tell people consume their content. There's a time I did not like watching Fresh and Fit because the entertainment value was up here. The content was up down here, but sasa hiyo wameanza kumitigate, and I actually like the direction they're taking. Watch all of them. Hata kuna there's so much more. Kwanza huyo mwenye umesema anakuja kuchukua notes.
Huo ni mnoma.
Lakini yule mwenye anaweza taka kila mtu kila mtu, yule mwenye anataka kila mtu aweze watch ni Patrice O'Neil. The guy is a comedian. But he did philosophy. So he will approach comedy with a philosophical tangent and still infuse red pill in it.
Chris Rock used to do that.
Yeah.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock alikuwa anafanya kitu. Patrice ndio alikuwa huo msee. Sana anakuambia ukweli. Kwanza akiwa na live show ana roast couples wako hapo. Ambia udem, tunajua kwa nini uko na ubazu. Tunajua. That's pretty much it.
Anyway, guys, as we conclude, just two words. Me, I don't need to say stuff.
Wewe sema kitu bana.
Sema kitu.
Me, okay. Ndo niwape head start. Men, watu wa Gen Z, especially. Tumakinike. Tumakinike. Don't walk around ignoring the reality.
Yeah.
Basically to support kitu amesema, read books, YouTube usisearch whatever you do search, but kuwa mjanja. Mwenye ataelewa. Yeah. Hendrick Sam.
Nitaambia tu ase chenye this guy nilidiscover mahali alikuwa anasema, in everything you do as a dude you need to protect your meat.
Very deep.
Ndaishika nikilala. Acha ni conserve.
Protect your meat. What he means is this: protect your money, protect your energy, protect your attention, protect your time. Bisema Mother Nature.
Money, energy, attention,
and time. Those are the things women want from you. And of course your seed and your actual meat. Yeah, pun intended. That's what they want. Protect it with everything you got. This guy talked about Mother Nature. Mother Nature is women's greatest friend, but Father Time is their greatest enemy. But for us guys, Father Time is our best friend. Take your time, do stuff. So that's why the red pill community will tell you, usiharakishe na hizi vitu. Ukiwa 35 huko. Take your time and build yourself. Father Time is our greatest friend. Yeah.
And that's it for today, guys.
Habari ndio hiyo.
African alphas. Sikiza mara mbili ndo elewe. Your attention needs to be premium.
On the comment section, rusha mafire emoji if
Part
you want
2 manze
us to
tulete
bring him back.
Hendrix. Stumpe flower yake moja. Me I feel anafaa kupewa flower yake. Mbona sasa usirecognize?
That is weak. That is that is weakness, bwana. But anyway. Tunaweza fanya part 2 by the way.
Unafaa ku research.
Tutawaambia who Hendrick is in part 2.
Correct.
Exactly. Ladies.
Sasa man. Peace. Till next time.
Peace.